Addressing worshippers at the Friday prayer ceremony in Tehran on October 24th, Ayatollah Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani called the current world economic crisis an economic tsunami that should not be considered good news for Iran. Rafsanjani, who also heads the Expediency Council and the Assembly of Experts, said, quote,
"In my opinion and that of many experts, the situation is not to our benefit. Therefore, we must not show delight at this crisis."
Rafsanjani's caution comes after last week's Provisional Friday Prayer Imam, Hujjatul Islam Ahmad Khatami, referred to the global economic crisis as God's intervention on behalf of Iran and a backfire of Western designs to create a crisis in Iran's economy. Khatami had said,
"America tried its best to get a resolution passed against Iran by the useless Security Council, so that Iran would be faced with an economic crisis. But by the power of God, America itself became plagued with the crisis."
Similar sentiments had also been expressed by the leader of the Palestinian Hamas in Gaza, Ismail Haniyeh, who had described the crisis as God's punishment against the US and its allies. But Rafsanjani, the former two-term president of Iran, warned that working classes and the weaker strata of society, and by extension weaker countries, are the first to be affected by the crisis before the full impact is felt by the more developed countries.
We must not say that this is a miracle of God that these Western countries are punished, for although it may be a punishment for them, the weaker strata of society will also hurt, and we must be careful about that.
Noting that the impact of the current crisis on Iran's economy is primarily to be seen in the falling oil prices, Rafsanjani also warned about the country's foreign currency reserves overdrafts, something for which the government of President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad has been increasingly criticized.
Of course, I do not want to bring up a critical discussion on whether these reserves have been protected or not. Rather, it is a matter of warning and caution.
With Tamas Mazahiri being replaced as the head of the Central Bank of Iran, criticism of Ahmadinejad's monetary actions and economic policies has become a recurring topic among certain government officials. In September, former Iranian President Mohammad Khatami accused Ahmadinejad of presenting false statistics about his government's economic achievements in the past year, saying, quote,
"The president's report made it seem that our society was a heaven."
Also in September, Majlis Deputy Hossein Ali Shahriari, in a sarcastic tone, expressed his criticism of Ahmadinejad's fiscal propositions, saying, quote,
"While we have clearly failed to distribute the wealth fairly, we have at least succeeded in the fair distribution of poverty."
In July, a member of the Iranian Parliament Plan and Budget Committee announced that 20% of the population lives under the poverty line, which equates to 14 million people.